Frustrated by its continuing failure to neutralise the anarchist threat, the state begins to adopt new tactics for its assault on the terrorists. Meanwhile, intelligence officers from Scotland Yard's political division uncover plans for a major terrorist atrocity. Members of the Walsall anarchist cell are arrested in London. Documents are seized, and Scotland Yard produces the plans for an unprecedented attack on hundreds of innocent civilians.
The seats must be at the top of the theatre. The men will keep as close as possible to the walls.
The men will keep as close as possible to the walls where the gas pipes are fixed. Then
when no one is noticing them, they will begin by bursting slightly
the pipes with saw blades.
When two or three of these pipes are
slightly open, the men will place their bombs on the ground
by the side of the pipes, concealing
them as much as possible from the sight of the public. They may go away quietly at the end of the first act.
The rest of the operation will be completed.
And the rest of the operation will be completed without them.
They have time to go home and even go
to bed. And the bombs will have 2.5 hours.
The bombs will have 2.5 hours to sleep. Now this is how the rest of the operation will conclude. At first, the gas escaping from the pipes will ascend and accumulate under the vault of the theatre. There will be a quantity sufficient to set fire everywhere and burst the roof and the walls of the theatre. And the debris falling back will have the effect of grape shot on the jolly spectators. Afterwards, the fire fed by the wood will terminate the operation suitably. Do we care for feelings of humanity? Even with regard to the women and children of that race of robbers and real criminals? Can we not enjoy the delightful spectacle of seeing this splendid building all in flames? What delight of smell that flesh burning alive. The corpse of an enemy smells nice.
A shocking terrorist atrocity has been averted. The intelligence services have saved the day, and their call for more funding to tackle the threat of terrorism seems justified. But later, a Scotland Yard insider reveals that, in an attempt to stoke up public fear about anarchism, Scotland Yard itself instigated the terror plot. The anarchists are sentenced to 10 years hard labour. Their guilty verdicts are never overturned.